Hi, my name is Nina Olabardia, and I will be presenting on Constructivism, the main theory presented in Chapter 5 of the text. Some background on this theory and the definition provided in the textbook. The textbook defined constructivism as children actively approach their environments and acquire knowledge through their actions. This theory was developed by Jean Piaget and is known as the backbone and the basis for educational psychology and cognitive theory. Some key characteristics of the theory are action. This very clearly states that learning is an action that people need to participate in and choose to participate and accomplish the learning objectives. When people actively participate in the learning process, they're able to attain new knowledge and add that to their pre existing knowledge or pre existing mental schemas. People's cognitive schemas are located in their long term memory, and when people add new knowledge to this, it enables them to learn new skills and new information. Another key characteristic of the theory is assimilation. The book defines assimilation as when a child interprets a new object or situation in terms of existing schemas. For the real world example we will be examining, we are going to be looking at problem based learning. The example we are going to look at is in a high school science classroom, and it is a group learning activity. I looked to the University of Connecticut for information on problem based learning and found this really great graphic that I thought explained it in a very clear, concise way. It outlines the process students should go through when engaging in problem based learning. They should be told of the learning objective and assigned a problem. Once they're assigned a problem, they need to identify what they need to know to solve it and learn how to apply their new information and solve the problem. For the example we are going to be looking at, the student's learning objective is to explain the basic functions of the human immune system, including specific and nonspecific immune responses, vaccines, and antibiotics. I developed this learning objective from the CPOMS website, and it is a standard by high school biology classrooms in Florida. The assignment that I developed for the students would be that students will be broken into groups and assigned a patient with a medical issue. Learners will need to diagnose and recommend treatment. This treatment would be medication or vaccinations and describe the overall effect that this treatment would have on the immune system. Each group will be given a different patient number and case study. This way, each group will have a different problem they need to solve when engaging in the learning activity. These are the example instructions I would have on the slide in the background as students are working to remind them of the course of action they need to take as they're engaging in the learning process. Step 1 is learners will need to decide on a treatment plan as a group and explain that plan through the patient case study packet. I developed a model of this, as you can see on the left-hand side of the screen. This model would have students write down the information and where they're getting it from to diagnose the problem, come up with the treatment plan, and explain the effects of the treatment plan. Students would need to verbalize all of their findings and make a presentation based on this patient case study packet. And this presentation will be presented to the class, and that is why it is important and essential that each group has a different patient number. With each group having a different patient number and a different case study and issue, that way all group members and all class members need to use their executive functioning skills to hear different perspectives and understand different courses of action and treatments. Instructors would be able to evaluate learner progress through the patient case study packets. This way that instructors could evaluate scholars' written findings and their different abilities that way. Instructors would also be able to monitor group interactions as the problem-based learning is happening and take notes then of who is engaging actively in the learning process and if there is anyone who is not contributing to the group. Instructors would also be able to evaluate the presentations and understand what evidence all the group members used to develop their treatment plan. And if necessary, the instructor could engage in peer evaluations to ensure all group work was done effectively and equally. This example shows constructivism because students are actively working and learning as a group to solve their patients' medical problems and accomplish the learning objectives. Thank you.